And we saw you were in Sarawak, you were in Singapore, you were celebrating Teachers' Day. You were doing, don't play with us, investigative work, I tell you, Azura. She's a super snoop. But we appreciate you coming here today, Dato Fran.
For having me. I'm excited, delighted to be here.
And you know
Call
who's
me again.
You know who's excited? You're here, the fans, your fans out there. And they're all on X, and they're all, they were responsible for all the songs we were playing earlier.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay, so if you want to know where the phrase "been there, done that" comes from, it's from Dato Fran. If you're talking about somebody who's been in the music industry and knows a lot of things, been there, done that.
That.
Yeah?
Seen that.
Yeah.
Felt that.
Yeah. Okay. You know what, Dato Fran? Yeah. Okay, come. Let's go back to time when people, if anybody doesn't know, someone young, very young, perhaps listening in and falling in love with this music, with the songs you had on earlier, right?
Yes.
Tell us about how you began.
Well, it was really a long time. It was by chance anyway. I was 17 when I decided.
It was only 17.
Yeah.
Prior?
To be a singer. I mean, I was always singing in church, you know, and I think school was one place that I never really liked. I never liked having an audience like gawking, you know, looking at you, that kind of thing. I was always a bit of a shy person.
Okay.
But everyone would say that, you know, because I was one of these, what do you call it, toilet singer kind of person.
Okay.
And I'll be hiding in a
because
corner.
that's where you get nice acoustic, huh?
Yeah,
Toilet, yeah.
Yeah. Funny, haha.
Right.
But it's true. I remember even in school, sometimes I'll be like sitting in a corner by myself and I'll just like have my songbook with me and I'll be singing by myself alone during the break times, you know. And then sometimes the girls will come and say, hey, you're such a good singer, you know, you should sing a talent time. And I'll say, no. And finally one day my teacher said, you should sing for Teachers' Day. So that sort of like started for me, you know, like kind of like being a bit brave.
Okay.
Standing in front of a school and singing for
yeah.
Teachers' Day to serve with love.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
wow.
that's how, you know, and then after that, someone said, why don't you join a school time, you know?
Right.
And I'm not that kind of person. And I've never really enjoyed like talent times, competition kind of thing. I was never that kind of person. But I got sort of thrown in so many occasions, obviously, later on in life as well, you know, competing here and there. But it was not a favorite of mine. I just want to sing.
Right.
I just love singing. That's all.
But definitely it was your fault. It was your fault, right? There was that love in there.
Yeah.
And if there wasn't that love at all, that would never have happened in the first place.
Being in love, like you love what you do. You know, and this is what we do.
Right.
You know?
How have you kept that love, you know, going on for so
I think
long?
it's always been, maybe I'm just a dreamer, but I love what I do. I love singing. I love music. Any kind of music, you know. And I love singing ballads, love songs, and sometimes, you know, we also have some fast stuff as well. I like to have fun as well. But great songs with great meaning, great melodies, those are the things that really grab me. Yeah.
When you were selecting songs to sing back then, when you were not having your own songs to sing, what were they?
I think it's more like a combination. I had really good producers, writers, and the thing was, I was blessed because why they used to give me the material to go home and listen to it, and I have like so many songs, you know, and I'd have to go through them, and I used to go through them one by one at home,
Right.
and
you were
I
getting
pick the
these-
one that grabs me the most, the melody
Right. Okay.
first,
Okay.
melody, and then they will get the lyrics done after I've selected the songs.
But you see, that's the difference, right? You get the chance to actually choose what you really
I don't know
like.
why people keep saying that.
Yeah, because
When I tell them that,
no. I think it's plain. It's plain and simple, right? You're good and you're worth it. So that's why they would
that's
actually
so
go.
nice.
No. That's why they would actually go through that. Like if a band had a couple of members put together or whatever, you just be quiet. You sing these songs. That's the way it worked. And you being given that choice over there really shows you how you are different from so many others.
I think they believed in me, and it was such a teamwork. And because after recordings and people see, you know what, this is the type of thing that moves her. So when they see me in the studio and when I record, you know, the feelings that come out with it, you know, and they sit down with me and they go through the song, and sometimes the words, so they want to make sure they understand. And normally I do understand it.
Okay.
You know, and they would say, oh, she gets it. So she gets it. So she's going to carry it well. So that was very important for the producer, because not only it helps the songwriter. When a songwriter gives a song to the singer, it's a combination. They wrote a beautiful song. They give it to someone whom they believe can carry it. So you carry it because you can feel that song. That's how it is for me.
Right. You've got many favorites, I'm sure.
Oh, lots.
Definitely.
Lots.
It's
And
hard,
you'll be
right?
surprised. The hits, the big hits may not be like the
obvious?
the obvious ones, but there are so many songs. And during that time, there were so many. Even the press also had their own chart toppers, and then you have the radio station. There were so many radio stations. They all had their own number ones. So I had a lot of number ones. Yeah.
We've got a caller from Italy calling in.
Very funny.
No, I'm not joking. It's a caller from Italy right now, and he's actually wanting to get through. But we'll open the lines later, maybe. But
Okay.
anyway, where were we? Yeah, we're talking about that and how you had good songwriters and everybody, and you worked with some of the best. Fauzi Marzuki,
Mananga,
JJ.
who's recovering now.
I
from
love you,
illness.
JJ.
Lovely guy.
Yes.
He's a wonderful person. He's like almost like a brother. He's very dear to us, my sister and I. And wonderful father, wonderful husband. He's got a beautiful family.
Right. And working with him must be
Very easy. It was a breeze.
right.
Right.
He's a producer and he can sing.
Oh,
he can
yeah, he
sing the
can
living
sing.
daylights.
Yeah, he
JJ,
can.
it's
And still,
right.
It was because we just saw him only, I think, was it earlier this year? Last year. It was last year. And there was a show and we were doing it together. So it was like quite nice.
Right. How many shows do you keep doing all the time? You're so busy. It's
Well,
like you're-
I think, well, let's be honest here. COVID is kind of like a bit of a tricky time, It's still going, and I think there are a lot of shows, but it's not quite the same as what it used to be before COVID.
Okay.
And very often also nowadays they have shows like at the very last minute,
Right.
and so we all just have to be like ready, on standby. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Besides that, let me just get on with some more questions over here for you this afternoon. You play any musical instruments?
Not really.
Okay.
I
It's
have
just
a very good
your
ear.
pipes.
It comes from here, and also sometimes I go with like beats. I like to play a lot of beats at home,
Okay.
and so I write my music following beats.
so you have your own.
Yeah, just like little gadget
thing-
where I just have
Oh,
some little beats
small
going
mixer.
on, and so not really a mixer. It's just a little keyboard.
All right.
From piano to a little keyboard. Then now I'm just using a little keyboard, and I just play around with the beats.
Right.
And then I just sometimes just compose and do things.
And
like
you write
that.
your own music with beats.
Sometimes I just record them down.
Right. Kind of
And
like.
then I write the lyrics. I do hum the melody with the beat.
Okay.
And then after that, I write my lyrics. And then I will speak to a friend of mine who also sometimes does some work with us, a musician. And then I will sing the stuff and with him, and then he will just play the piano, and then I get my song.
Lovely. And what do you like to sing with? Which which instrument is your favorite when it comes to just singing solo?
I love orchestra.
It's not easy to sing with
I
an
love
orchestra.
I've always loved orchestra, and every time I get a chance to do that, it's a breeze for me. I love it. Am I being cocky? No, I'm not.
No.
I'm just being honest because
Yeah.
I do love an orchestra. I love performing with orchestras, and I'm also a person who loves just the acoustics of like just the acoustic guitar, and also piano. And also, I've also sung with just drums. There's a segment, like 15 minutes, just singing with a drummer.
Correct.
And just like 2 songs with a drummer or 3 songs.
And nothing else.
And I've also done just singing with a double bass player.
I was going to ask.
I've done it all with this.
Oh, just-
all solo, just vocals and bass.
Oh.
And I get a kick out of all of that.
Yes, for sure.
I do.
right? And I'm sure everybody who gets to play with you as well gets that kick, yeah?
I hope so.
Well, I hope so too. Okay. Anyway, RTM has benefited so much from having you come by over here and always grace the
I'm
screens.
always grateful. Thank you.
Right?
I'm always grateful.
We're
yeah.
always seeing you here on screen every time, and it's such a
Macam na
pleasure.
rumah sendiri.
No.
And call me, please call me more.
I think, one of the engineers, right? I remember him telling me a story where they had a boo-boo with some timing, right? And then they were saying like, okay, what we're going to put here as a filler. And then somebody else suggested, put a Fran clip. You never go wrong.
How? You know what? That's so... It's so bad, so good, so funny though. It's so real because very often it does happen that way.
Right?
With moi and me. It's so true.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay, so how important is staying relevant? And like you've been going on
I have
and on.
really no idea about that word
Because you
relevant,
just keep going
Why
on.
do people going with that word relevant? I think it's just doing what you love.
Right.
And you just do it. And you keep at it. And whatever comes your way, take it.
Take it.
Whatever that comes. There will always be small stuff, big stuff, and so it's fine because it's what you love doing.
Right.
And so you just do it because you love it. That's how it is.
Many beginning, artists, right? And you sing about love, but you don't sing too much about pain and strife and trouble, do you?
Everyone goes through pain.
Right.
I think, as a struggling artist, but for me, I think it was never really about fame and things like that. They just came along the way. But I never thought of things like that. For me, it was at the beginning when I started music, it was to be the breadwinner of the family. And because I saw that was one of the things that probably could earn a decent living. But it was also a very tricky time because during my grandmother who's passed on, she would say, it's one of the dangers about entertainment. There's drugs and sex and alcohol. I say that word. Anyway, so, that kind of thing. So, that's going to be a tricky one there. So, she would say that to my mom, and my mom said, yeah. But, we'll just have to pray and just make sure that, she doesn't get into any vice.
Grandma, music person as well.
My Nana used to sing a lot.
Nana, yeah.
Yeah, she used to sing a lot of Nani and Marie Osman.
Okay.
And then she also... she loved it. I did too, but because of her, and she would sing songs like "I'm leaving it all up to you," all this kind of thing, and I would like sing to her, those days when she was still alive.
Yeah.
Then after that, she kind of like my uncle, my father's brother. They decided to move to England, and then they took her with her as
Right.
well.
But no regrets about any song that you learned, right?
None at
It
all.
would have developed, like your vocal.
Every song has a story. Everything has a journey. I think I've written it on all my social media, like Insta.
Yeah.
Insta, it's on Insta, I also say TikTok, and
TikTok,
also
right.
Facebook and all. I there's all this journey, and there's a story of all the songs I've sang, even the covers that I've done, the English ones. Everything had a story to it, and why I liked that song at a time.
Right.
That happened.
That is so important when
that's
it comes.
what I do. I have that. Of course, I write like there's no tomorrow. So my sister has to edit it. She says, "Oh my God, friend, you're killing me. This is so long. Get it short." So I have to give it to her, and she edits everything.
Right.
And she puts it into perspective, and then only we upload it.
Right.
Yeah.
You have new songs coming out soon?
There have been the people who have, there are a few people who have written, especially the producer for Chevy Production, and a few other people also who have shown some interest. They want to record. Yes, for me, songs are very important. Yeah.
So
And we're still, everything in there, still discussing.
Correct.
Yes.
So you've had to reject.
I'm kind of a slow mover.
Doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. Yeah.
And I just want to make it perfect for the fans. I really don't want to give them a B cut. I want to give them an A cut.
Yeah. And you're somebody who always keeps the fans at heart.
Because of them, I'm still here.
On social
now,
media.
Today.
Yeah, you're always chatting to them one-to-one. And
That is one side only.
do you have to play with a band before? We had, who was that? Royston? We had Royston. We were talking to Royston some time back. And you were Royston, right?
Oh, yeah. That when I first started out singing, then I met Roy,
Right.
and then we got together, and I think that was the time that the late Sudirman, he was the one who got EMI to come and listen. And he used to come have supper at the then now Concord, but now before it was called Merlin Hotel.
Right.
Yeah, so we
And,
were
and you
there.
didn't know that you were being compared to the Carpenters.
I mean, yes, a lot of people said that. Yes, yes,
Right?
they did. Actually, it was kind of similar because why Richard was more the guy who played the piano and does the seconds thingy, and Karen was always the lead, and there. And but it was slightly different because why at least he got to sing a little bit more,
Okay.
rather than Richard. But bless them, they were great.
Right.
And you don't. There are no Karen Carpenters in the world. Have you not noticed that?
Yeah.
That tone,
No.
that sound, that tone, there is none. And that makes it so amazing. And actually, she was also one of my favorites that I kind of grew up with her music. You know? Her and so many others lah.
Right. She set you with a good foundation in that sense.
I liked it. And I always say to people, you must always try to reach out to your lower notes. Because the lower notes are very important as well.
Right. Listen to
And
Grace
that's-
Jones.
It's coming. And the lower notes are the big thing now. It's like, that's what they want, that
Right. Big voices.
big, yeah.
Oh, okay. So yeah, listen to that. Yeah, don't need AI and stuff. You got Dato Fran here. She tells you enough already. Yes. Okay. So band.
Don't
band
take
Noah.
my work away from me, AI.
That would be freaky. Yeah.
I know it will be.
It will be
I
freaky.
can be, might be, hopefully not be.
Yeah.
But then there are many things that it's good for. But I think as in an artist, it's always nice to see someone
Real.
like real.
Yeah.
And hear them.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, there are things that we need it for, but there's so
Yeah.
many things that we don't need it
Yeah,
for, right?
yeah.
Yeah, we're going to break for the news in a bit from now. We'll be speaking to Kevin Francis, our news reader, after that. He probably will have a question or two for you.
Oh, really?
And then we'll chit chat with him, and then we'll continue talking to you over here. We've got so many of your songs to play still. So today is Dato Fran Day. How does that feel?
It feels good. Call me again. Call me again.
We will. And just for your information, the listeners don't know it, but prior to her coming on air and talking, it was her on the panels over here. Right, Azura? Yes. She was here on the panels and playing all those songs. So
Trying to play.
yeah. There was one boo-boo there. It was her. It was her too, okay? All right, anyway. So what about pets and stuff in your life at home?
We used to have dogs. I used to have a pet dog.
You're
We
a
were
dog
children.
person. Yeah.
Yeah. But after he died, that was it. I don't know.
No more, Wolfie.
Yeah, it was just very hard
Heartbreak.
for us. It was hard.
Oh, how old was Doggy?
Oh, it's quite old actually.
Had a good
Also, only a
life.
child. We were living in Taiping with our grandparents, and then it was a very common name lah, Bobby.
Yeah, Bob. Oh, yeah.
Everyone used to call the dog Bobby.
There's always a Bobby in,
A Bobby.
in a Chinese drama. Correct me if I'm wrong, right? And then when they talk to the dog, the dog will say, Bobby, no, no, no. And then when the dog answers, the dog will go, Mojo. It's like, why is it always got to be that voice, right? I mean, can't Bobby have a cute voice?
Yeah, but it was a beautiful dog, beautiful German Shepherd.
Aw.
Yeah, beautiful.
So, Mr. Dog.
Old age lah.
Right.
Died of old age.
But happy dog if it died of old age. Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. Kevin Francis is going to be up with the news over here. Dato Fran is in the studios of TraxxFM. It's so nice to have you here. It's so nice that you gave us your time. And our listeners who are fans of Dato Fran, you can tell us about it on hashtag TraxxFMX. And maybe if you put some song over there that we haven't lined up yet, we'll play. It's from Wisma Breach RTM for the news on TraxxFM. Notice, Kev, I'm so excited I didn't even play the ID.
Yeah, you didn't. Yeah, I'm excited too. I don't know what I said.
Right? Okay, Kev, meet Dato Fran.
Hello,
Hi,
friend.
hi. How are you?
I'm fine. Nice
Good,
to.
nice to hear your voice, not the person. Yo. Can't believe I said that. Where are you?
I am. You know what? I am like in another building somewhere.
It's
okay.
a different building over
Oh, the
there.
other
Yeah,
building.
different
Oh,
building.
right. Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
How nice.
I thought you meant, I'm in a different orbit because she hit you with that
I could have been actually, seeing stars right now. Talking to a star,
no.
a legend.
a legend. That's
legend.
right. That's
Yeah.
right.
Okay.
Interesting. Like in talk about legends, right? I like to ask this question to legends because there's so many things that take place to like how your career evolved, right, friend? So many things took place, right? But if there's one particular, I don't know, incident or person that actually like tilted your career to the heights, you know what I mean?
Oh, Kev, come on. We all know it was Greenman.
No comments
okay,
there, Greenman. No comments there.
I think everything is about everyone around me, and everyone sort of everybody I've worked with. I think, including the fans and radio, TV, my family, close friends. I think the support of all these people have brought me where I am today. Yeah, I think that's the main thing, because I think without everyone being supportive, and then sometimes they can also be mean by ketuk a bit, because they want you to be very grounded and all that. That's fine, I can handle that. But all in all of those who have journeyed with me have kept me alive till today.
That's very interesting. Just a follow-up, Greenman, if you don't mind. Because, we talk about support, right? And I suppose now it's easier because social media and all that, easy you put your music out and a lot of fans and stuff like that. But when you started, it's quite difficult for people to I suppose, support an entertainment as a career, right? So it's lucky that you had that, right?
Yes, I think then when you didn't have social media was slightly different, because I think a lot of things were like done for you. Now you can kind of do it yourself, and also you can be in touch with people directly on social media, whether they had a question. Those days people used to write letters, and they were so rajin, they wrote in, and
fan mail.
because they couldn't talk to you directly. But now they can. But there's also a good and also a downside to it, because you'll have some who are nice, some who maybe they are big fans, but I think sometimes maybe when they put things across, not quite the way that it should be put across. And very often people can also misunderstand when a person writes. That I always say is because there's no tone. On social media, even on WhatsApp groups also, you can see people can end up fighting because they misunderstood.
The smile could mean anything.
Anything. It could mean anything. So I think there is a difference, and probably I think now more so it's because it's easier. It's easier.
It's easier, but it's also worse, right? You know how they, they take a copy or picture of, they put this up. This is what
and
you
also
said.
you can also change things. And
those days you burn the letter.
They can do all sorts of things. I think it has its good and it also has its bad and the dangers as well. Because on social media also there's another thing where, sometimes you can also feel that your privacy is being invaded sometimes, because on social media for an artist also, you don't know if a person is sort of
stalking.
I wanted to say that stalking you, because they can know your movements, where you are, where you're performing,
right?
Things like that. That's the danger side of it. Sometimes we don't know what people are about.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Kevin.
All right, totally agree there.
Cepat.
Yeah. All right.
Look at Green.
Mr.
Green.
Yeah. So you have fun with Green, and I'll speak to you again later.
I know.
Right.
Look forward to meeting you.
All right.
Okay.
Take care. This fella can bake some nice stuff,
Really? Yeah.
You're gonna bake her anything,
I'll
Kev?
bake her some suji cake. I'm sure she'll like some suji cake.
Oh my goodness.
I fixed you.
Pineapple tart.
Okay.
Oh, don't play a fool. They know, bro.
They know, yeah.
Okay, you're done. You're fixed. Okay, bye-bye, bro.
Bye.
Okay, wow. So talking about mail and all that kind of thing. Yeah, so you definitely receive powder in your letters millions of times.
No, stalking is something that is not a joke. Stalking is something that sometimes it's very dangerous, because you have no control over that.
Correct.
And as much as you can go and make a report and things like that, sometimes it's not that maybe the cops don't want to help, or they are aware, they know, but a stalker is somebody who does not understand when you're not supposed to do or come near or follow someone,
Right.
because you are going to freak that person
Correct.
out. You really are freaking that person out. They don't get it. That's the sad part
Where to
about
draw
it.
the line, yeah?
Yeah, that's the sad part. And there are those who are a bit more dangerous than others. So how are we even able to tell?
Yes.
Sometimes.
Okay. You're ambassador. You're very passionate about kids.
Oh yeah, I love kids.
What happens there?
I think I always say children are our future. We have to really make sure that they get the right education, they get proper nutrition, and especially when poverty is now very, very high. It's not just at home, but it's everywhere in the world. But I do believe that even though when we help and we are sponsoring a child, wherever they may be, that's not even the point. It's also about looking within. Charity must begin at home, especially when it is rising. Sometimes you don't realize how many kids go to school hungry. In those days we talk about the fact that when I was growing up, because we were quite poor, my family, and I used to sit there and watch my friend, and she was very sweet lah, and she used to come to school with, like, those days you're talking is like $1, RM1. And that's a lot of money those days, okay, my time as a child. And just RM1. I said, what the hell is she eating with RM1? That's a lot of money, I used to think.
Right.
And then she'd buy this thing and she'll come to me and say, come friend, have some, And she was very sweet, She would give me chocolates and things like that. But I would have like maybe 10 cents to school.
Yeah. Can
if-
buy kway teow now.
No, 10 cents. Those days you can buy one bowl of curry mee.
Yeah, 20. Yeah.
10 cents. I'm talking 10 cents. Okay, you guys are all like in the Stone Age for you all. So it's like, sorry, mate. I can't explain anymore on that.
Okay.
But 10 cents was like a little bowl of curry mee, and then that was it. So you bring your own water, lah.
Okay.
I drink from
or
home.
or the sink or the faucet.
Yeah, and
Okay.
if I don't have 10 cents and I don't have any, if I don't bring some 10 cents, and then my mom would give 10 cents, but or else sometimes if like we don't have anything or there's no sandwich or anything like that, then my mom would give like maybe 15 cents or 20 cents, something like that. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so those are the days. But when you think about today, those days, even if you were poor, you somehow can kind of manage, You won't like really starve. But today, it's very different when the children are going to school hungry.
Yeah.
They're not eating well.
Yeah.
And you don't know what the parents are able to afford at home.
Correct.
So they're not really buying nutritious food. Even when I do look, I am what you call a nosy, I would like to think a nosy but helpful person, neighbor. So when I do look at carts and what people buy and they put in their carts, you can see that it's poor nutrition, what they're giving to their kids.
And it's sad when they go to school and it's mistaken for, this fella is a stubborn fella, right? But it's actually that lack of concentration.
That's right. Yeah. And they
Because
are
of lack of
distracted all the time over little things, They can't
Right.
really focus. And it's so important that they have that nutrition so that they can, function better. It's not just that. In the long run also, it affects their health. And there are a lot of things also we need to stop
Right.
to protect children, their future, lungs especially, when it comes to certain, chemicals.
I'll be very straight and say, don't fall for the thing where you pay a couple of ringgit more and you get the one with the gold band and your kids' brains are gonna go woo, super duper, right?
Yeah.
Because
So there are a lot of things that I think that, we need to really address some of these issues and not let certain things start, going back to like all those old habits, Let's start things on a clean slate so that the future for the children is a much healthier, safer environment.
okay,
Yeah.
Fantastic. Wow. Time to say goodbye.
Oh no! You're
My
kidding me?
seat.
I only just started.
K-E-Y-M-O-U-S-E.
Oh no! I'm coming back tomorrow.
Thank you, Fran. Thank you, Fran.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's been an absolute
dear.
pleasure. Please talk to your fans out there.
I love you all. Thank you so much. Thank you very much for being with me, journeying with me. And thank you for also listening in today and watching us on TraxxFM with Mr. Green.
A happy